All right, testing, making sure everything is up and running. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Team JYCT podcast. I am your host, Raymond McNeil, the Celtic Phoenix. Joining us, as always, are, well, actually, not even as always, joining us as guest hosts this time around is, once again, IKnowNothing, the man that knows everything.
Hello.
And as always, joining us are not, depending if his stream will actually cooperate with. That's not what I wanted to do.
What?
Is the rakish, the rakish Kaiser Shonen.
What are you doing?
And as always, joining us is the wonderful Twilight Guardian.
Hello.
Celtic Bucket. Yes, Celtic Bucket. Has that? No one's seen my costume. It always surprises people that I'm wearing a costume.
I keep forgetting to draw her costume. But I've been fighting with my sleep. So it
Honestly,
just sucks.
Yeah, sleep first, costume later. Kind of understandable.
Still really trying with those adjectives I see. Yes. I need a better system. Current system is
maybe just base it off of how Marvel does it, you know.
No, because then I'd call you amazing and
Amazing.
You want to be a freaking tsundere about me. I understand.
No, unleash the power of DC. Absolute Kaiser Shonen.
Oh, the
absolute Kaiser, maximum Kaiser Shonen.
Teddy Bear Paladin sends our first super chat. He said Teddy Bear Paladin. Oh my god, Teddy Bear Paladin's back in the Teddy Bear Paladin story. Teddy Bear Paladin. God. The loud cub was never short of energy or things to talk about. Funko Bear, and so brave, action figure girl, cause she's awesome. I keep forgetting the name of this one.
Elegant doll.
Elegant doll. I knew it was doll, but I couldn't remember the adjective. Ironically, and bumbling but bold, action figure girl. A compliment from you, elegant doll. Yes, I suppose. You just need to turn this into a comic, man. Like that is good stuff.
Yeah, honestly.
Oh, definitely.
I would actually make this into a comic. I would draw it.
I'd draw it, but I can't draw shit, so don't let me draw it.
I can draw. Raymond,
yes.
Do you have cast up and running? Because I see that it's all black.
Oh yes, I do. It's a thing that happens when I have to. Oh wait, no, I never have to fix this. When I have Streamlabs full screened, or nope, don't do that. When I full screen applications over top other full screened applications that I'm capturing, it makes them go black. So watch, I'll put Streamlabs over top of Discord.
Oh. Okay.
And you guys vanish. So it's like a weird janky thing.
We got Thanos.
Yeah, so it's a weird janky thing that I have to be mindful of. So I basically like to keep my Streamlabs in a windowed position, but I had it full screened. That's all. Yeah.
Right.
Also, am I coming through double? I need the.
I ain't hearing you coming through double.
Yeah, make sure you don't have like the actual streamline. Oh.
Hey, if it works.
Right.
Yes.
Indeed.
Sure. Ariana.
Oh shit! Hold on, guys. The chat can't hear you, Raymond.
Oh, but the bird.
I muted the wrong mic. No, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Okay, I will screen cap this. You can see that on both of my mics, I'm gonna fuck everything up. You can see both of my mics, they light up. They both light up. I don't know what's happening with that. I will leave both of them if I'm not overlapping myself. That is just
My God. You and
Right.
Mike's, man. What the heck is the
Someone
problem?
cast a silent spell on Raven.
Oh, okay. So as I was saying before, I so rudely interrupted myself and narrated everything. We're continuing our read of Unicorns of Balinor, Book 2. And as presented to us by Twilight, this is her therapy session for it.
Yes,
Right.
for sure.
The first step is admitting you have a problem.
Yeah,
Always.
the second step is burning these books in an alleyway somewhere.
Well, I mean, you three had subjected me to like 7 streams of Bumblebee, so this is my payback.
Okay, hold up. What is this U3?
I
Yeah,
was about to say.
I'm
she's
sorry.
there in the background. She's still here.
Yeah. Though you will know. As the honorary fourth chair right now, her sins are bequeathed to you. I'm sorry, it's not like fair.
Oh, I completely understand. No,
Yeah.
no, I get it. I shall bear the burden of these sins.
Yes.
So let's recap what happened in this wild story. So Ariana, not Aliana, because I kept mixing them up because we're reading that bad fan fiction.
Yes.
Ariana and Lori, the back of a British truck. They and Sunchaser and the dog Lincoln have arrived in the magical land of Balinor, a place that's so strange it has an immediately recognizable mushroom type that she can identify. Or no, it was a
Yes.
flower
And
type.
flowers.
It wasn't mushroom.
Flower.
That was it.
No, it was flowers.
It-
Flowers.
Jack in the Pulpit, it was.
right.
Specific to your area.
Yeah, it's like
But-
you guys are just in a slightly different woods. You're like an hour away from your house. Like that's the most strange about this.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
But they basically go into town and they bullshit their way into lodgings, and really a lot of stupid happens. We're introduced to Best Boy. What's his name?
Toby.
Toby the unicorn. We're introduced to Atalanta, Samlet and Atalanta, who's in Samlet's ranch or stables. I'm not choosing my words wisely now. I'm trying to, and then I feel like I'm feeling rushed, so I'm scrambling for like close enough words.
And it was revealed several great secrets, like the fact that Samuel was part of the conspiracy.
Even though he gave absolutely zero indication or knowledge about anything that was absolutely going on until after that reveal, which wouldn't be a thing that he needed to do because he and Toby were on the same page working together. Also, there's like some questions about the nature of unicorns as labor animals and whether or not it's considered slavery that no one's really asking, and we are as readers asking.
Yep.
We unfortunately have prefrontal cortexes, and
Yeah, I was about to say, we have the curse. We are diagnosed with just thinking.
Oh, don't worry.
So
that
that
book
helps.
is going to cure you of that.
Oh yeah,
wow.
don't worry. I'll just let Twilight continue.
Well, and then I think the Atalanta finally talks directly and like tells our heroine, like the heroine finally learns who she is, partially.
Yes.
Instead of being told like all the relevant information she needs to know, we're getting drip feed about it. And
but Atlanta had limited power or whatever the fuck.
I'm glad to know that having a polite conversation is considered a taxing element. She must be like very ADHD if that's the problem.
Yeah, her social
Honestly-
batteries ran out, you know.
Honestly, I can understand that. But it was revealed with Atalanta just talking to our heroine that if our heroine was simply given information originally instead of gaslit, then everything would have been fine. In fact, a lot of things would have been a lot easier.
Yeah, everything.
Yep.
Literally everything
Yeah, it's kind
would
of
have been easier.
It's kind of hard for me to pick which is worse, that conversation or Yang's talk with Raven in Volume 5.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh,
No, as still
Oh.
Yang's conversation in Volume 5 because information still wasn't being conveyed.
Mm.
Like,
yeah, you're right. You're on that front. It's better in just at least that sense.
oh no.
like
Is it good that I've completely purged this conversation from my mind? Because I legit have no clue what happened in that conversation.
oh no, it's not a mistake that you've purged the information from your mind because there was no information to gain from that conversation.
Oh, okay, that
Nothing
makes
of
sense.
value was gained or lost.
And the reason it's fresh on her mind is that our former co-host, Judgmental Critter, she is releasing a mini review or a mini coverage of every single Ruby episode, one a day, every single day. So
Yes.
go check it out over her channel. She just
Props to
recently
her.
talked about it.
yeah.
But yeah, no, in this one, at the very least, characters learned important information that they should have learned a long time ago, and that's the problem. As opposed to
Yeah.
that conversation from Ruby, where no one learned anything new and nothing really progressed or changed whatsoever, and
It was severely out of character for Raven to talk the way that she does, but you know.
Yeah.
or even
But there
help
is no
Yang
beating
learn.
Salem.
I'm
Fuck
guessing,
you.
yeah, I never watched Volume 5.
That was one of the worst line reads. Like, there is no beating Salem. Like, okay, thank you, Bernie's wife. I don't help. No, sorry, it was Matt Hullum's wife. Sorry, I'm wrong.
Ooh.
Speaking of the Ruby Girls, I actually met them at a con recently.
Oh, you did all four of them?
Not all of them. The voice actress for Ruby was not there, but everyone else was.
Okay,
Oh.
Okay.
your eardrums were spared for another day.
I-
Oh damn!
Ooh, I
Look.
agree, but ooh.
I was going to say, look,
Don't let Critter hear you say that.
what do you mean?
What do you mean? She agrees.
Yeah,
She
me-
hates Ruby's voice.
me and-
No, what I'm saying is she would fly off into a rant about it if she were here.
I'm about to fly off into a rant about it. It's one of the most frustrating things for me because I love Ruby as a character. Like the character I have in my mind, obviously, but they kind of qualify that, I suppose. But no, I love like what Ruby was presented to us in Volume 1. Oh, hey, Billy Donuts, yeah.
Yeah.
We can-
Billy Donuts.
It's convenient that we have
Maybe.
unicorns. We can just put donuts on the horn.
What
Yeah.
else is the horn for?
That's literally it. There's no other reason. But yeah, no,
I'm stabbing Twilight in the thumbnail.
yeah, I was just gonna say, but Lindsay's like, oh no, I keep trying to push it like higher because like I like it that way, and it's like, why? It's like a cat dying as it's clawing a fucking blackboard. I don't understand why you think this is a positive.
Also, Ruby is getting old. Now, you know what? Let's.
Yeah, sorry.
to
I didn't mean to
unicorns.
spiral off into this. To finish up our thoughts,
Yeah, no.
Atalanta finally gives our character her main quest. Collect the parts and pieces of Sun Chaser's horn and reassemble them. And then we learn that she already has 3 of the 4 pieces. And
Yep.
then Lincoln,
Easiest.
not Lincoln, sorry,
No.
the doctor
Dr.
shows
Bones.
up. Dr. Bones shows
yeah,
up and just says, hey, you dropped this, or you left this behind for me to sell, and I'm going to give it back to you. And it's the gem that's like the 5th MacGuffin they need to collect. So they have 4 of the 5 objects they need to collect to bring Sun Chaser back to his godly state.
Yep.
They just, this is before they knew there was a quest in the first place. It's like someone doing all the side quests and then walking into the first quest of the story, and they're like, you need to get more powerful. And you're just like sitting there with like buff fucking arms. You could like bench press a house.
I collected all 200 acorns.
Yeah, exactly. It's like getting
But,
all the gold
yeah.
Skulltula in Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time without even going to the Skulltula house. You've just been doing it. It's like, oh, there's a gold thing that's on the wall and it's creepy, scary Spooderman. I'm gonna kill it.
Or all 900 Korok seeds.
Yeah. Admittedly,
Anyway.
it's more impressive in those situations because it's so vast what they are and why they're so scattered and all that. But like on the flip
Yeah.
side, it's kind of random here because you just found, there are 5 things you need to find, and you found 4 of them randomly along your way to arrive to this spot. Like you didn't go out looking for them; they're just kind of there in your way.
If I could
And
find my
remember-
wallet as quickly as this chick can find her quest items, I'd be a happy man.
Yeah.
Just keep it in your
And
pants. man.
remember, Samlet, the
Mhm.
man who did not recognize Ariana, was the one that planted the horn pieces
Yep.
across the farm for her.
Not just did he say that he went over the gap, it's something that very few people have done. He's gone back and forth.
Yep.
Guys, this book might be bad.
This, yeah,
A little bit.
and y'all might be wondering, by the way, what is the gap? What is it like? And the answer is, summer home for some people, apparently. I don't know.
Guys, we've established the
Yeah.
Gap is just a clothing store.
All right. So
I heard the
Starting-
thud. I heard the thud of that joke. Okay.
Chapter 7. We are starting exactly 50% of the way through the book as soon as I hide this notification.
No, we're
No,
starting
60% of the way
60,
through the
yeah.
book.
I was gonna say.
Though it technically is halfway through the book because this is chapter 7 and there's 14 chapters. But
Mhm.
for some reason she front-loaded the majority of the book in the first 6 chapters.
Can't wait till chapter 14 is just a page like a Dan Brown novel.
Yeah. You're a what? Lori demanded.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Okay, I'll be 100% honest. If he wasn't going to say it, I was, because I had it in my notes.
I was like, I heard that and I reflexively, I didn't have a choice in that. My body it's like Deku saving someone. It's just my body acted before my mind did.
Firstborn princess, link to the unicorn, the speaker for all of the animals here. So, right off the bat, we just get this long title for Ariana.
Daenerys tier title, honestly.
Yeah, except she didn't really earn it because
Oh, not
she
at all.
doesn't really. Nope.
Yeah,
She
then-
was just born into these titles.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, there's effort in one case, but well,
It's a hand-me-down in another. Gotcha.
nepotism can be a bitch like that.
Like, I understand that it's technically accurate because, like, most royalty is just born with these titles to their names. Or rather, they get assigned to them after they're born, but, you know.
Okay, so I have several questions actually about some of these titles. Like, for one, link to the unicorn. Is that supposed to be the plural unicorn? Like, does unicorn?
Yes, probably.
Okay, but she's only connected to one unicorn so far as we know, so it could be a singular.
I think it was established in the first half of the book that she is the one that connects animals and humans together. So like she and Sunchaser are the link that connects everyone to everybody else.
Okay, she's the avatar, got it. And then
Yeah.
the speaker for all the animals here. That's
It's effect.
No. It's not about like what that means. I kind of understand what the title is supposed to be saying. My issue is with how it's formatted. Speaker is capitalized. Nothing else is.
Yeah.
And speaker for all of the animals here. Is that the full formal title? Or is it speaker for all the animals and you added the here? Like what like it I don't know. Does that apply if you go over to Earth? Would she still be speaker for all the animals here, or would you say all the animals in Balinor? Like, what do you mean?
This is just like my complaint for the one who rules us all.
Yeah, it's exactly
Like
that.
the one who rules is all capitalized, but then us all is not capitalized. So it's like, is that not part of his title then?
Nope.
Well,
Apparently
at least
not.
we know. Well, at least we know they won't be ruling anything on Mars anytime soon.
Kelt, you say Speaker of all the animals, and all I can think is the House Commons Speaker in the UK government. Order! Order!
I mean, yeah, kinda.
Oh, dude, if only this book were as entertaining as British Parliament.
Oh, very interesting sentence. But a true one,
Or-
nonetheless.
or Canadian Parliament from
Oh,
that
yeah.
video that I showed you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you can. There might be fist fights along those some of the like. I get the feeling people are about to jump each other. I'm like looking at like over here at the
I mean,
American
people
government.
have-
I'm
Yeah,
like,
you're-
you're all boring. Come on, someone deck someone. That's
I mean,
Yeah,
the
it's like
Italian,
watching-
the Italian Senate does deck people.
the Italian Senate has born of Tifa Lockhart.
Correct.
The Italian Senate is objectively the best one to ever exist. We all know this.
Of
Dude,
course.
it's like watching Game of Thrones, but you're seeing the highlights.
I know,
That's how I
right?
describe those parliaments.
So, Lori continues, and this unicorn with the magic that told you all this stuff. Where is she now? Gone back to the Celestial Valley, Dr. Bones said. Her kind aren't allowed to stay here for long.
Your kind.
Well,
What do you mean, her kind?
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
Izanagi says try Taiwan full fights are a thing as well. I'll have to
Yeah.
look into that.
I
It might be
heard that
fun.
Same.
I heard that there was a fight that broke out in Japan Parliament too once, very recently.
Isn't Japan the one where that wood image comes from, with the guy speaking into the microphone and everyone trying to tear him away?
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
so, yeah. I thought that was China at first. But that might have been it.
She got up and dusted her knees. That was a crack on the head, to be sure. He's alive, but just barely. It's going to take a while for that head to heal.
Wait, did they
Just
get? They
The dog.
They just got Link back?
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, what?
Wasn't he like left behind in a mob of
Yes.
angry monster people?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it,
It
was
was super-
very implied he got freaking bonked on the head.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It
His
was.
head got cracked with a club that was on fire.
Oh,
Yeah,
a
like,
flaming
the-
club. I'm sorry. Are you
Yeah,
not
the
treating the
Nazgul
burns?
Yeah, the Nazgul.
Dr. Bones here, the fucking Terminator on her way in. How did no one follow you, by the way?
Yeah, what? Also, I'll be right back in just a second. I gotta restart Discord because my
Oh,
stream
boy.
is paused again.
No problem.
Only probs. Ugh.
So yeah, just very awkward because she's talking to two different people at the same time in the same paragraph. It's like she's talking to Lori, and then she dusts off her she dusts off her knees and then just talks to Ari about Lincoln because Lori doesn't give a shit about Lincoln.
Oh, wait. Oh, so Lincoln. I'm trying to read around. Lincoln is here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somehow, and they never addressed him arriving. He's just here now.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're right. They never address her like analyzing him or examining him whatsoever.
Yeah. Well, there's
Kaiser stream getting paused is the jacked equivalent of Gavin's headphones being on backwards. Yes. That's a deep cut like Achievement Hunter reference. I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
I don't even watch
Okay.
Achievement Hunter, but I know like they kept doing like ribbing him because he always had his headphones on backwards and it would always fuck him up while he was playing. Because like obviously you'd hear the things in the wrong ear. You'd be like, "Oh my god, you came from the wrong direction." It's like, no, what do
No.
you mean? It's like, oh goddamn, my headphones are on backwards. Like,
He just did things wrong.
oh, Rooster Teeth podcast. That's where it's from. Okay, I thought it was Achievement Hunter. Oh well.
But yeah, I mean there's still stuff going on in the parts of the the story that I haven't highlighted. So like it says right there, like her fingers probed Link's still body. He was breathing, but just barely. So like they're obviously looking at him. The creatures, the little goblin creatures, are gone, and they're now just examining him because I guess once they knocked him out, they just didn't care to kill him off.
This frustrates me because I have
The
a
world.
in Artificer 2, I've written at the very least in my first draft that I still need to get back to eventually. There's an extensive chase sequence. We're talking almost like an entire chapter that is just this massive chase running fight type thing. And it was one of the biggest pains in the ass to get the characters out of that situation reasonably. And
Right.
I would expect the story to have a bullshit excuse at the very minimum. But this isn't even a bullshit excuse. It's just I forgot they were in
No,
a
they
tense
just- no.
situation.
No, they just gave. It's like if you gave up. It's like fuck
Well-
it. They just left him alone.
I think they just
No,
forgot.
they,
Oh, remember in the last in the last half of the book, Eri escaped by closing a door on them,
Yeah.
and then she ran out into the stables, and then Atalanta hid her underneath some straw. And they're like, "Oh, I guess we can't find her. Sorry for disturbing your sleep, madame. I guess we'll just go look over here now." And then that was that.
Okay,
Yeah.
also I need to. If these are still agents of Entnia, the Shifter, our enemy,
Yep.
if they are that, why would they like show any respect whatsoever to a random fucking noble unicorn? Wouldn't they be like, "Oh, you're like our enemy. Let's kill you."
Yeah.
It's like, "Oh,
I-
there's nothing around here. Let's just kill you and get it over with." Like that's gonna save us a lot of time. Fuck.
Yeah.
Poor Ariana just sitting there under the fucking hay and watches this Atalanta is brutally murdered in front of her by a bunch of goblins.
Right.
It's like, that'd be a more compelling start of the book. Like, oh yeah, no, oh great, her wise and noble magical mentor is here to lead her on the way, and she's told her quest. Oh, that's so exciting. Oh no, Atalanta. Oh shit. Oh god. Oh no.
We're making glue tonight, boys.
Oh, you know that unicorns turn into like that glittery glue you can get. Like you
I was just
absolutely-
thinking
Oh,
that.
the shit that gets everywhere.
Yes.
Like sand.
I hated those.
How dare you?
But yeah, like the only thing that I could think of is that Lady Kylie is she's keeping up this veneer of being on the side of Balinor for some reason, even though that she's alone with this one royal unicorn.
Well, I'm
Something
alone with
appearances.
one royal unicorn that no one knew was here, and also I have an army of goblins.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Just
We call this just like good luck in the bad guy's favor.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Also, there's it's not gonna happen until like toward the end of the series, but there's something that's so stupid that every
Oh,
time
no.
that I think of her name, I get really, really fucking mad.
Ooh, Kylie?
Oh damn.
Yeah, Kylie.
Did they give her a redemption arc? Don't answer that. But
No.
Oh, okay.
No. What? I'm trying to think. Oh. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
spoiling that.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was so stupid.
Is you
So
mentioned time travel? Is Kylie actually Lori from the future come back
Oh
in
my
time and,
lord.
and transmuted by Entia, the Shifter, our enemy?
I will not say.
Oh
You
my
will not
god,
say
I'm
a
right.
Oh, so it's on some infamous shit? What the fuck?
Anyway,
So,
continue.
they're finishing up their care for Lincoln's poor head, and then Aerie talks about how impossible of a task it is to find one piece of Sunchaser's horn and getting it all pieced back together. And then suddenly she switches topics. I didn't highlight this part, but I'm gonna read it. Not impossible. It is a lot to ask of anyone, but we have to do it. We have to. For if the shifter wins. Do you know me, child? I know you don't remember everything yet. You won't. Not until the Sun Chaser gets his horn back and the two of you return to the way that you were meant to be. Bonded for life. But do you remember me?
In holy matrimony. Sorry.
Why, yes, Ares said slowly. I think I do. You are my nurse. And Chase's caretaker. So,
What?
Literally no different than your position back on the farm. Literally,
yeah.
Ariana could just be saying the exact thing that she thinks you were back on the farm, and there is no difference whatsoever.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right. Also, for if the shifter wins, the story would be over sooner. Sign me up.
We'll get there. We'll get there for sure.
Right.
So, Dr. Bones explains that she is a wizard, so she knows a little bit of magic. Well, Ari downplays the type of magic or the amount of magic that Dr. Bones wields by saying that her father called her a little bit of a wizard. So Dr. Bones corrects her by saying more than a little.
Jack.
And then she just leaves and says, "Old bones," she sighed. Ares sat down next to her and rubbed Dr. Bones' back and shoulders, just as the vet had rubbed Ares' own legs. "Is that better?" "No, it's not better," she said sharply. "Nothing's going to be better until your mother and father are back on the throne, and you and Chase are bonded again. Nothing's going to be better until the shifter is driven back to the caves beneath the 6 seas."
So,
The shifter,
first comment
Entia,
that I
our
had-
enemy?
What?
No, my first comment is overdramatic a bit much.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
It's
like-
you went from one to Hayden
where'd this come
Christensen
from?
like nothing flat.
Basically, yes.
Also,
Man, I was asking about your back.
I don't know if it's just like, internet brain rot or anything, but like, Aries sat down and rubbed Dr. Bones' back. I don't know any adult that isn't like a close family member that I would like lay hands on to rub their back, unless they were like a friend or something. Like, I don't know. This seems weirdly, I don't know. I find it kind of weird.
This is brain rot a little bit. but at
I
the same
imagine
time,
it
it's
is a
bit
little
weird.
bit, but like I'm also like so I'm trying to like, is it brain rot or is it just this is weirdly positioned? Because it feels kind of like a mix of both.
Teddy Bear
I think-
Paladin with $5. Down with the monarchy of Balinor. Long live the free unicorn republic. For too long we have been subject to a monarchy we never see.
A distant Teddy.
Viva the revolution.
Sorry.
the teddy bear paladins slowly invade the land of Balinor in order to free themselves from their tyranny.
But yeah, no, just like thinking about the circumstance, Ariana has had Dr. Bones at the farm for like what, a month or two? And
Yep.
like that's her main reference point, and now she's slowly remembering their history together, but it's like kind of a reveal to her. It's like, "Oh, you're the nurse that we had and the caretaker of Sun Chaser." And it's like, all right, does any of that like restore like a past relationship? I'm not like, this feels like out of character, but also like I don't know what's happening here. It's weirdly
Yeah.
intimate for like what information has been conveyed to us.
Correct.
Not only that, but it's very weird because she just says like, "You were my nurse," but the person that the children of the monarchy are closest to are their wet nurses, which Dr. Bones should not be because she is well past not being able to bear children anymore, and thus not being able to be a wet nurse to the children.
Gotta love. I'm
No.
not.
You dare.
No.
What is it? What is it? What is it? Okay, what are you gonna do? You know what?
I will say one word. Curdled.
Alright, I got
Sorry,
Sorry.
if my
Sounds like
brain
you've
burdens me
gone
with this horror, I must burden someone else with it.
Sounds like you've gone
Goddamn.
maverick.
To the birdcage, and you would think about what you did. Please, I
Yes.
wish I could stop thinking about what I did, but I can't, and I will be haunted with it. Send me to Silent Hill. I'll work through it. I promise. Sky Slasher headache. Yep, enjoy it.
I have one. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you're welcome, Sky Slasher. And also I'm sorry.
This is why you guys come here.
Yeah. So, Lincoln wakes up and they, I guess, go talk to Aerie, and they're packing up to start going on their way.
I'll be on my way. I can go
to where I don't care to remember.
Nobody cares
Actually,
to
did they
remember,
give a
honestly.
direction? Or they have to go back through the portal, or do they think they? No, they don't have to go back through the portal.
No.
That was to get the
No,
other
not at
horn
all.
piece that they actually just or the gem that they got from Dr. Bones. So they don't have to go anywhere. They just have to find the other horn piece, which is in the moat of the castle.
Yes.
We'll see how long they remember it's there.
Yeah.
And I don't mean the characters. I mean the writer.
Also, if you remember from the beginning of the book, they said that, like, the reason why Ariana was suspicious at first was because she said that she was from the other side of the gap, and they're like, oh no, that's where the shifter is from.
Yeah.
And right
I
here
remember.
it says that the shifter should be driven back to the caves beneath the 6 seas.
Which that sounds
We-
like something
yeah,
that's
doesn't
in
sound like-
universe.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't sound like there's a lack of gap language here. I'm sensing.
Also, the shifter's been driven back, and yet there is an army marching through the woods and rabid goblin people running around trying to, like, murder the firstborn princess.
No, Raymond.
No.
She's complaining that she wants him to be driven back to the caves beneath the
Oh,
6
okay.
seas.
All right. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I'm just pointing out that when they first said the reason why Ariana was suspicious was because she came from the place where the shifter was originally from, and now they're pivoting and saying, no, he's from the caves beneath the 6 seas.
What if the 6 Seas was like a restaurant? And then like the cave, there's like a cave at the bottom of it, like a basement or some shit.
All right. Okay. So now you're just describing the plot of Five Nights at Freddy's. At least one of them. I think one of them had. I'm pretty sure. I think secret
I
location.
wouldn't doubt it at this point.
Also, the caves beneath the 6 seas is apparently where the shifter is hiding her father, the king, her mother, the queen, and her 2 brothers, the princes.
So it won't be good until I guess your brothers are still trapped down there. I was going to say, like, oh, your family's still trapped down there, but no, she actually qualified bringing the family back.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, anyway, Aerie goes downstairs in order to pack some food for their trip. They think that they'll be gone about 2 days. So they only bring enough supplies for a 3-day trip.
I'm sorry, wait, are we suddenly back to normal? Mr. Samlet, Sorry, does everyone forget about the fucking goblin people that just ran rampant through your fucking town trying to murder you? Did everyone forget about that? Why does everything feel like quaint normalcy here? It's like,
Hey,
oh,
okay.
I'm just gonna
Listen,
nip down
guys.
to the pantry and just get me a loaf of bread for the journey. It's like, no, motherfucker, you guys should still be in hiding, worried they're gonna double back and slaughter you.
Raymond, they kind of forgot about the Goblin Horde.
The goblin horde kind of forgot about them.
Forgot.
Yeah.
You have to understand, in Balinor, all the water is amnesia water.
Yes.
Oh my god, that explains everything. Also, they wanna the reason why the goblins forgot, okay, is just so that they can avoid the the anti-Semitism allegations as a result of using goblins.
I was gonna say, I wonder, are there Balinor defenders out there?
Oh.
I would love to search out to see if anyone praises unicorns of Balinor.
Unicorns of
I
Balinor
mean-
is good, actually.
I
They-
mean,
They have.
What?
I have seen positive reviews for this on both Goodreads and on Amazon.
Nani?
We might have to
and-
cover some of
Dude,
those.
we
In fact, one of the reviews that was a negative review said that it was a good book. However, they were angry because they didn't know that this wasn't a standalone book and that there was actually more in the series. And that is
Oh
why it's
my
bad.
God. It's bad because he wanted more and didn't know.
Correct.
No, they were mad because they thought that it was a standalone book. Keep in mind, these books are about the width of my pinky finger. And they thought that it was a standalone book.
Well, of course.
For
Yeah,
children.
congratulations, you played yourself.
But yeah. It hurts me every time I see a positive review of this book series. And apparently, it's still fairly popular on Amazon. Like, people still purchase it, I guess.
That's
Ugh.
okay. It gives me a little bit of hope, in the sense that at least people's imaginations are still alive, because
Yeah,
clearly they're
well-
doing the heavy lifting to enjoy these books.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say, are they buying it as a form of torture for their kids?
I'm pretty sure that's illegal.
Literally, this would be the perfect book to introduce my kids to, like, critical dissection of narrative
Yes.
works. This would be excellent.
Just show them these videos.
Oh no, I'd actually sit down and read it with them and, like, quiz them on it. It's like, okay, so do you see the problems here? Do you see what's going on here? Does anything stand out to you as odd about this? Like, ask
Okay, so-
questions, that sort of thing.
So Celtic's doing this. Meanwhile, I'm over here having plans about reading Lord of the Rings to my kids.
Oh, no, that's going to be read to them as the good stuff. That's
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
You
okay.
do a 1-2
Yeah.
punch.
Mm-hmm. No,
Although,
I
of course,
understand,
I'll start smaller, of course. With the good stuff like Deltora Quest.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Okay, can someone please explain to me how a company that did Animorph somehow thinks that this is a single book series? No.
No.
It was a review on Amazon that said that.
Yeah.
Not somebody within Scholastic.
Yeah, it's a rando. The randos.
Yeah, the
are to blame.
Amazons. The Amazons.
The Amazon randos.
So,
That should be a
anyway,
basketball name.
moving on, while Aerie is in the pantry gathering dried fruits and cheeses and breads, Samlet walks into the kitchens, and then he freaks the fuck out. She turned back to see Mr. Samlet on his knees in front of her.
Forgive me!
He sobbed.
Oh, forgive me, and I said you were such a good stable hand. The best, I said, and you the princess.
Big tears ran down his red cheeks. I forgot that we were doing that with you reading
I'm keeping this bit. I like it.
Honestly, keep it going. I'm like, keep going. I'm just keep doing it.
Aerie bit back a laugh. Now, Mr. Samlet, who told you?
Elaine Bones, he sobbed.
He's-
just now. She's out in the yard getting a cart ready for you. I say a cart ready for you. A cart. That's all you ask of me. A cart, and I called you the
best sable hand you've ever had. Please get off your knees, Mr. Samlet. It really feels weird to have you down there.
He should have known. He should have fucking
should
known.
have.
He is
should
so
have, but-
involved in this story for him to not have known.
This is
I
like
know.
Gandalf. This is like, for comparison's sake, this is like Gandalf forgetting what like Frodo looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
It's like Hagrid
like a-
going to the fucking Dursleys and not knowing who was Harry.
It's like an officer not knowing who Barack Obama
Oh, no.
looks like.
Like, it's more understandable that Hagrid doesn't know what Harry looks like, because the last time that he saw him, he was
was
a
a baby.
1-year-old baby, and
Yeah,
now he's an
yeah.
11-year-old boy. This is like an 11-year-old girl going away for 6 months and then coming back a 12-year-old, and you're like, you're unrecognizable.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's
Also, I want to I want to make a point of this and be like, oh, he's bowing to me because I am royalty. That's weird. Like, Ari, you grew up with this shit.
Honey,
Yeah.
this is literally what you should. This should be the norm for you, actually.
well, she doesn't remember. She doesn't
Yeah.
have all of her memories back, guys.
Shut up.
Yeah, just an arbitrary amount of her memories just isn't
Yeah, so
around.
we can
Okay.
we can maintain the facade that she is a normal girl, quote unquote. Somehow, like there is still no explanation for why she suddenly has like memories of a completely different life, other than the gaslighting by the people who are supposed to be helping her, that would have probably told her because that's a rational thing to do.
But yeah, like,
Skill issue.
it's this never goes away, by the way. Like, she is a
Shit.
completely humble girl, as though she spent her entire life on Glacier River Ranch, and she'd never technically experienced life living as the princess of this kingdom.
Which
Did she change the age of when she traveled across the gap to like try to avoid allegations of being a Harry Potter knockoff?
I
I don't think so.
don't believe so.
Because like I would understand this if she actually lived a life over the gap, like on Earth, like she was like a kid when she came through with Sunchaser, and like it's been years and that kind of stuff. A lot, not everything. I mean, there's plenty of shit that still makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. But like more of it would make sense if that was the intended goal at the very start and they changed directions.
Mm-hmm. Let me see.
Tabor Paladin. The princess needn't know of the toll our subjects pay. The Teddy rebels shall be cleared out. The Teddy rabble shall be cleared out. Wait, we don't have a bank, but we collect taxes?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
the freaking
Yeah.
last time we read this, they
They have taxes.
yeah,
Yeah.
they have what the fuck?
They didn't have a bank. They didn't have a bank. No bank.
Okay. So I did look up to see when the first Harry Potter book came out. So it came out in June of 1997. So this was Unicorns of Balinor came out 2 years later. So possibly.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I remember this came out very proximal, and that was the big fad. So I'm wondering if, like, this was the Horse Scroll equivalent. This was their attempt to do Horse Scroll Harry Potter.
Yeah.
What a sentence.
Look,
Yeah.
you know what? It's actually probably
Listen,
not
it's
that
ver-
strange, all things considered. I guarantee you there's dozens of Harry Potter ponies out there.
I was about to say, okay, listen, this is Harry Potter Brony edition.
Yeah. So Ari tells him to get off his knees because she doesn't like it when he's down there. And then he is still pretty sad about it. Dr. Bones comes in and she tells him to shut the fuck up. Which, thank you, Dr. Bones.
Thank you, Dr. Bones. You are the few sensible people here, weirdly enough.
Yeah. So she says that, Samlet needs to keep his mouth shut and not tell anyone that Ariana has come back. And then, Alright. Alright then. I'm going to take you upstairs, Samlet. You'll have to take care of Link the dog while we're gone. I want to show you what to do. Mr. Samlet's lower lip stuck out like a baby's.
But the dog doesn't talk.
So, it's one of nature's creatures, and deserving of your compassion, eh, Samlet?
Why does it matter if the dog talks?
It's racism.
Because it's racism against the non-speaking folk.
Yeah.
I am so
You must-
confused
Ow!
about like the dynamic between humanity and animals and I don't know how they all stack up to one another.
If
Oh,
you
it's not gonna
don't
get any
speak,
better.
you don't have rights.
You need
Yeah,
to
like
speak.
Samlet- Samlet does not want to take care of the dog because it can't talk. Like, you assume that it's because, he doesn't know how to take care of it. It's like, well, you're not gonna ask the dog how to take care of it. You have the fucking vet to tell you what to do.
Dog, what should we have for
Yeah.
dinner tonight? Steak. What? Big steak.
But so, like, the only conclusion that I could come to is that he doesn't want to take care of Link because he looks down on Link for being unable to talk.
I guess, but I don't know.
This is less like this is just more weird, and it's like, where's your world building for this? What the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
because- God.
Sorry. Gurenix King. Bacteria are not considered animals. They are not part of Animalia. Just saying.
But yeah, like there can potentially be something here because like there was that whole thing in the beginning of the series where they were talking about like, oh yeah, because the unicorns can speak, if they can't speak, how can we get them to plow the fields or do this or that or communicate with them properly? Like it's something like that they're so used to them like verbal communication with them, they don't know how to like, deal with them the way that we do in our world. But like, I don't know. I don't like the way they convey this here. It feels way more confused.
Convey what? Like, that's the problem. It's like, what are they conveying
Yeah.
with this?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
assuming that is what they are trying to do, which even then, we have no fucking idea.
I mean,
But
for all we
again-
know, they're conveying that Mr. Samlet is developmentally disabled because he's pouting like a baby. It's like, what?
Yeah.
You're a grown-ass man. You are a sweaty, fat, grown-ass man. Why are you acting like a baby? What the fuck?
Also,
Yeah.
again, like you said, Kaiser, they can all talk. So you can tell them where they want to go and what you want them to do and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
What do they need reins for?
Mm-hmm.
What do they
Yeah.
need bridles for?
Mm-hmm.
I just,
What?
oh my god.
And also, you know that the animals are losing the ability to talk. Are you not, like, pitied? Don't you have any pity for these creatures that have lost their ability
any
to communicate?
compassion?
Any compassion?
There
Have you...
there should be panic.
There should be panic. Are you going to lose your ability to talk? Is it infectious? Are you going to burn, like... My God, if I were to take a hard edge on this, I'd be having people burn animals at the stake that couldn't talk.
Oh my god.
No, legitimately.
Oh, boy.
like you would have like genuine fear over whether or not this is a contagious condition, whether or not losing your ability to speak. Like that is not a small thing to lose necessarily.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Like, I imagine,
Josh,
like, you have,
you
like,
don't-
you have squirrels that are, like, hiding their children because they've lost the ability to speak. Dude, that image in my mind is hilarious, though. Like, we gotta burn these little squirrels at the stake.
I mean,
It's a squirrel
I mean, squirrel is a good meal. I'll just say that.
What are you?
I've never had squirrel before, but honestly, my mother told me that she had squirrel once. I forgot what she thought of it. I never had it before.
Stringy, but not bad.
Yeah, I think that's how she described it.
I was gonna say a lot of animals are just gamey unless they're raised on, like,
Yeah.
fed. Yeah.
100%.
Josh, you don't know how correct what you said is.
Wait,
Yeah.
No pity for
no-
anyone but the unicorns. Oh God.
This will extend very far, by the way.
Yeah.
So this is unicorn supremacy.
Correct.
The book. Okay,
Yep.
got
Yes.
It's burning
Um,
animals at the stake. It's called cooking them. Shut the fuck up. You know what I meant.
So, Ariana reiterates that he shouldn't be racist against the non-speaking animals. Samlet, you fucking bigot. And then Dr. Bones compliments her for being a royal by telling somebody that they're a fucking idiot.
Also, Ari, sorry, I'm reading a little bit past the part you highlighted. He's from Beyond the Gap,
Uh-huh.
the place where you and the others took me to save me from the shifter. I'm sorry, did we skip past the part where mentioning the Gap got
Right.
you an entirely silent room of people judging you and about to, like, expel
Yes.
you violently
Yes.
from the... My God, Ari,
Yeah.
you are so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're probably just gonna just let it roll off just like that because this book has the consistency of I don't even know.
Curdled
Don't.
milk.
Hush, you! Silence! No!
Am I wrong?
Just because you're correct doesn't mean you're right.
So, they're finishing up their preparations. Lori asks how long they're gonna be gone. They don't really want to bring Lori, but they're gonna bring Lori.
Shame that.
We travel. Yep. We travel through the forest. The same ones that we came through when we landed in this forsaken place where those so-called bears were. There isn't any other way to get south, Aerie said.
Those so-called... Why are you calling them so-called bears now?
Because she's pretty sure that they weren't bears.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like,
But-
it's like, oh yeah, by the way, they weren't bears. That was evil unicorns. I didn't want to
It
alarm
was-
you because I didn't know what the fuck was going on, but now we're both lost in this, so...
We're
Yeah.
both lost in this kind of sauce, so sorry.
So I'm taking it from your reactions
all
that
in
Lori
this
does not
together.
improve.
No.
That
Not really.
sucks because, like, Try knows this from experience. I love a snotty character that kind of gets taken down a peg and learns to, like, redeem
Yeah.
themselves and build themselves back up. Like, admittedly, we don't get that as often as I like. But, like, what I
Yeah.
wanted for Lulu, what I wanted for Martina, what I wanted for Sayaka, and, like, all these different shows. It's like, most of Chigo
You got it for Sai.
Got it for, well, I mean, partially for Sai. Sai's still Sai
Yeah,
at the
partially
end of
for
the
Sai.
day.
Yeah.
But you kind of like that. I like characters that have these harder edges that, I guess because, like, I grew up with Dragon Ball, so you get, like, kind of I got the heel mentality that comes in and gets redeemed into being a heel turn. Like, that's,
Right.
Mhm.
even though I don't like wrestling or even Dragon Ball all that much anymore, like, I guess that stuck with me. The idea of, like, this, the edgy character kind of joining the team, or, like, the antagonistic one. But, like, it really
Yeah.
I'm looking at Lori and I'm like, I could see this being a good thing. She grows on the adventure, and hearing you guys say that she doesn't is making
No.
me sad. It
It just makes me wonder, like, why they even have her here then? It's just bad comedy? Is that what it's gonna be? Is that what it all amounts
Twy,
to?
Comedy is
Twy.
funny.
Yes.
I'm getting
Yes.
Yaya flashbacks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Oh my
who?
god.
Shigokara.
Yeah,
Oh,
Shigokara.
Okay, we're watching through Shigokara the anime, which itself has several problems in relation to the manga, but even the manga itself has problems when it comes down to certain characters and characterization. And one of them is Yaya, who is ostensibly a comedic relief character who has actually a pretty interesting setup for what like her situation could symbolize and mean and go into. And she has not grown. She does
Nope.
not grow.
Well,
She is
shit.
a static character. Her entire thing is she wants to be a baby. She is 11 years old.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Her dream when she grows up is to be a baby. That does not change as the story progresses. It is
Yep.
awful. It is sadly like there is so much potential with that kind of like character's thought process and why they have it and how they can grow from it and like all the different situations they can go from to leave it. None of them have been taken.
Yeah.
Matt.
Like
That's
Raymond
weird.
was giving me all of these hypotheses for the reveal of her character and like, oh, she wants to be a baby because she has all of this responsibility put on her.
Yep.
And this is just her way of trying to relax. And because she never got to have a childhood, she always had to be the perfect one, the one that was the most mature and all this kind of stuff. Maybe she had a whole bunch of siblings that she had to look after at such a young age because at the start of the manga she's only 9 years old. And then you realize that Yaya just wants to be a baby because she doesn't like the fact that she's not an only child anymore.
Yeah, she's a brat. That's literally she's
Yeah.
just there's a new baby in the family. I want to be a baby again because I want to be the baby of the family. I'm sitting there, I'm like,
I want to be paid attention to, but my baby brother is getting all the attention. So if I was a baby, then I would be getting all the attention, not my baby brother.
and then they have an episode where they're like on the cusp of actually exploring something like that. I'm like, okay, it's not the best motivation, but there's an episode where she learns that taking care of her brother is really important to her. She cares about her brother and she likes being an older sister. And like at the end, it's like she kind of wants to be an older sister. That doesn't materialize at all. Like there's no like meaningful materialization of what that means to her in what way whatsoever. The main
so
character...
she doesn't even kill the baby? God damn it.
And other sentences I wasn't expecting to hear today.
I mean, it's better than nothing.
Kaiser's just standing there at the side at the end of the episode. Just like looks over to Yaya and points at the baby. You gonna eat that later? If you won't, I will.
Hey, it's not
Yeah.
Andy and Lele, okay, dude?
Like, the weird thing about Yaya is that she actually does want to be useful. Like that is a thing that I guess you could say is the crux of her character arc, is that she has a growing desire to be useful and to be reliable. But the thing is that she still wants to be a baby. So, like, she hasn't consciously realized that she actually does want to grow up. So her Kara, Pepe, is still around because she still has this strong desire to be a baby.
Which is
And
weird
yet
because
also,
like
at the same time wants to grow up.
it was just because like the entire purpose of the show is your Kara represents the dreams and desires you have for your future, the person you want to be. So the main character actually has 3 because she's indecisive about it. Actually, she has 4, but that's a complicated situation.
Yep.
But like, you know, there's other characters that have multiple Karas because they kind of want to go in different directions and they aren't settled on one, or there's a lot of like missed opportunities with that show. And we're turning this into a review of Shigokara overall. I realized because I kind of wanted to talk about this out loud, but Yaya doesn't manifest a new Kara to represent her growing up. Like, she could theoretically have those 2 Karas and they could be in conflict with one another, or they could be cohesive with one another. Like, she still wants to be kind of a baby, but she realizes there's a part of her that also wants to be an adult, and it's like her working through on how to balance those 2 out in her life. No, there's nothing about that. There's like, it's just, I want to be baby, and also I'm kind of responsible now. It's like, okay, we're going to do anything interesting with that? No.
No.
Okay.
No. And
But no, babe.
we still have the stupidest line in the series that has ever come out of a character's mouth, and it comes out of Yaya's mouth. But unfortunately, because of how bloated the anime is, we're not going to get to it until the week after next week. Or I guess next week, technically, because this upcoming week we're going to be watching another 6 episodes, and then the final 7 episodes, I guess, after
Right.
that. And it's gonna be, I'm
Wild.
pretty sure, in those final 7 episodes that she says that really, really stupid line. But it is related to that weird dichotomy.
Enjoy
Lamai,
them.
I just read a book about a jealous older half-sister scarring her infant half-sister by throwing a paperweight at her. She then spoils her rotten for the entire life out of guilt. Okay, I know that's not true. I've scarred my sibling as a child, and I don't spoil her rotten. Admittedly, she's an older sibling, and she was an asshole.
Oh my.
And I thought I was a ninja with a throwing star.
Amazing.
Yeah, you know what? In all honesty, nailed the shot. Like, that has to count for something.
I'm just remembering that one episode of South Park where they accidentally threw a ninja star at fucking
Oh,
Kenny's
no.
eye.
Yeah, honestly, it could have gone that far. I nailed her right in the
no.
forehead.
Oh lord.
Oh,
Oh
Jesus.
my lord.
She still has the scar. Now, in
God.
fairness, when I was 9 months old, she flipped me over in a shopping cart and split my head open. I almost died. So you know what? I consider it a wash.
Fair enough then.
Anyway, they're talking about the going back to Unicorns of Balinor. They're talking about the journey that they're taking through a mucky bog. Anyhow, we come out into a small village, the small village of Lucken. It's quite near the palace.
As opposed to the small village of Balinor. In the country of
Yep.
Balinor.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Which isn't unusual, but it's just weird that it's like so immediately the first village we come
Also-
across.
Well, like, also,
Yes.
if you have the town of Balinor within the country of Balinor, you would think that that would be the castle town.
Yeah, that would be like the capital or some shit, but like no, I guess
mean,
not. It's just small.
It's probably like
I
that
mean,
New York
it's-
Albany situation.
Yeah, I was gonna say New York is not the capital of New York state. So I mean, like I understand where you're coming from, like, and I typically agree. It's just weird things can happen like that. It would be interesting if we got named and characters asked questions about it. Like, is anyone confirmed we're in the country of Balinor and it's not just some random fucking town? Like the main characters
remember-
don't know they're.
No, that was the last thing that we saw in the first book, was that big ass sign right in front of their faces after they come out of the other side of the gap. Welcome to Balinor.
What
Oh
was
my
that?
God,
The
there was a
sign for?
fucking
Was that a
sign.
sign for like the city limits of the town?
We don't know.
Dude, what in the shit?
To be fair, Texas is not the capital of Texas. Fair.
So
Is there an Ohio? I wonder.
after the jewel and the part of the horn in her possession were merged, she and Chase would have to go to the palace to find the last part of the horn. So, again, reiterating what we have to do, even though that we already know what they have to do, but also, like, their first thing is to find this jewel, right? And then they have to go to the palace.
Yeah, of course.
And then, like, just, yeah, let's just merge these 4 pieces together, and then he's gonna have, like, a big hole that I guess will get merged with the rest of it later somehow.
So there is an
But, like,
Ohio
didn't
City
they
in
s-
Ohio.
Yeah, there is. But
Oh.
as for the horn, I mean, slap a bit of Velcro on the bottom of that bitch and just stick it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to say, like, don't they still need the guy who's supposed to like forge it or whatever?
Oh right, it's like a gremlin dude.
Mm-hmm.
Does like forge shit for them.
Correct.
Yeah. So Lori wasn't originally going to come along, but she agrees to come along because I said I'm scared to stay here by myself. I saw those creeps go after you last night. If those jerks come looking for a 13-year-old girl and find one, they aren't going to believe me when I tell them that it isn't me. Mr. Samlet knows. Phooey. And frankly, Airy, who looks more like a princess? You or me? I don't want to risk staying here alone, thank you very much. Laura, you have blonde hair. It is very well established that the Princess of Balinor has bronze hair.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
Oh, is this the gaslighting part? Is this the I know nothing making us know nothing as well?
Correct.
Yeah.
And I will continue to know nothing, unfortunately, because I just got another text. I do have to head out. My apologies.
Oh, that
Alright.
sucks.
I
We only got like
apologize.
100 pages
damn,
in.
Okay. Well, good having you,
Indeed.
dude.
Pleasure as always. And the next time that you're talking about this, I will be here. I don't have a YouTube channel. I've been talking to Twilight too much. I might actually start a YouTube channel. I've got several video ideas, so that's weird. But
Yeah, make all that nonsense monetizable. There you go.
oh my gosh, horrifying.
Yeah.
Horrifying, really. But no, always a pleasure. These guys are great. Keep listening to them. They got good stuff.
Hey.
And I shall bid you all adieu.
All right, see you, man.
Goodbye.
Have a good one.
All right, see you, dude.
Swap over to this. And of course it's fucked up. Yay.
Yay.
Oh my god,
Is
I
it-
am massive.
Did
I
it
am truly
flip
a
it
massive
again?
fraud.
Did it flip them again? I'm
Mm.
all right. Give me a moment, folks.
Did they
as
flip
I-
the pig again?
You should have prepared for this, Raymond.
No, I thought it was prepared. That's how this always happens.
Oh.
I thought it was prepared. No, it's never prepared. Is it locked? Is that why I can't grab it?
Attack of the 50-foot Kaiser. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, right. There's a new chapter of Chainsaw.
It's kind of too bad that
Um,
some of our regulars like
gonna
Deterex
read
isn't
that after
interested in
I'm done.
reading the thing that traumatized my childhood.
It is a shame. This is a fun like insanity.
Mm-hmm.
They've been. Yeah, it is. It's just that they've been dealing with a lot on their end.
I
from
see.
what I've heard from them, so
I
they
see.
just haven't really
Right.
had the time.
I see. So what I'm hearing is that they're too good for us. That's what I'm getting out of
there are
this.
two of me.
There we go.
Oh, man.
Yay.
Now, can't wait for next week where this will be fucked up again somehow.
Somehow.
Even though I have all the settings.
Somehow.
Uh-oh. Streamlabs just crashed.
Oh.
Don't worry,
Oh,
if you're
goodness.
streaming or recording,
Wait,
this is still
what?
happening in the background. Whenever you're ready, we can relaunch the application. However, this will end your stream recording session. Click the yes button to keep streaming recording. Click the no button to stop stream or recording. All right, I'm going to try and flicker this as quickly as possible, people. I'll be right back.
Oh boy.
Oh, you're right. Still running in the background. Oh, shit, I clicked the wrong button. Whenever you're ready, click the OK button to end your